Hi, welcome to my channel, and I have another thrilling story to tell you. Now, my sister lives in another state, so I don't get to see her very often. But I do try to keep in close contact with her. And at this time, she had been out of the hospital for 3 months after uh, several minor heart attacks, and the doctors did not really want to release her because they feared that once she left, she would die within 24 hours. Well, she lived 3 months after that. Now, she lived by herself along with five Chihuahua mixed dogs. The reasons why I told you how many is she had 15 altogether. So she knew she was didn't have much time anyway. So she was finding homes for her dogs, and she only had five left at this time. And she one day, I, we were talking, and she said, "If you don't hear from me this week, 7 days, then something something's wrong." I said, "What do you mean?" She goes, "Well, some I just feel like something's wrong." I go, "Are you feeling all right?" She goes, "Yeah, but Mama keeps coming and visit me, and she's telling me to be ready." Okay. Well, for that week, I kept calling her at my usual time, which is in the morning. For she was 2 hours earlier than me, so it wasn't too early for her, and I couldn't get a hold of her. Well, her son called me and said, "Have you heard from Mama?" I said, "No, I haven't heard from her." He goes, "Something's wrong. I can't get a hold of her. It's been a week." I go, "Yes, it's been a week for me too." He goes, "Well, I'm going to call the state police and have them do a welfare check." I said, "Okay, give me a call back and let me know how it went." So he had a state trooper go over there and do a welfare check. He said he looked in the window. I'm going, "Looked in the window?" He said he went around the trailer. The back door was open, but he didn't hear the dogs barking or anything. So he left. And I go, he couldn't have looked inside because that window was too high. Even if he went up on the porch, there was no window that he could peek in because it wasn't near, there wasn't one near the door. And why, if the back door was open, why didn't he go in? Anyway, so I called my niece by our brother who lived close to my sister to go check on her. "Please, please go check on her." She goes, "Okay." She videotaped all the way to the house, and so I'll know that she was really doing it. She goes, "I don't see her anywhere." She goes, "The dogs are here. The dogs are barking their heads off." She goes, "The back door is open." And then she goes, "There's nothing here." I go, "I never knew she would leave the house with the back door open." And I go, I wonder what happened. And my niece was going back to the front door, and she goes, "Oh my God, I found her." And just as she said that, I go, "Oh boy." She goes, "Yeah, she's laying here. She's underneath a blanket." And that's how she foretold her death. She was probably there for about a week, we assume, because that was the last time anybody had heard from her. Now, I told my sister, after her death, "Please come and visit me," because she was a spiritual person. Like I told you, she was into tarot cards and doing fortunes and stuff like that. So I go, "Please come visit me." She did. She honestly did. I'm laughing because I was sitting in this chair and I was watching TV, and all of a sudden I go, "Oh, what is that smell? It is so strong. I feel like being sick." And my husband goes, "What smell? I don't smell anything." I go, "You don't smell that wet dog smell? It's like there's zillions of them in this house." And he goes, "No, I don't smell anything." I go, "You don't smell it?" He goes, "No, I don't smell anything." Well, the next day was Sunday, so I went to church and I'm there talking to some people, and all of a sudden I smell that smell again. I go, "Oh, wet dog. Why am I smelling wet dog?" And that's when it dawned on me. That was my sister visiting me in church for, I don't know why, but I associate the wet dog smell with her because of her dogs when she was alive. And so that's how I knew it was her visiting. I told her, "I like it when she visits. I really do. But please, please tone down that smell. It just is too overpowering. It, it just makes me sick. Please tone it down." So every time I smell wet dogs, I know that's her. And then the next year, her daughter had died from lung cancer. And I smelled wet dog. So I knew my sister was with me. And then I smelled cigarette smoke. And they were both right here in front of me. And I go, "Wet dog, that's my sister." But the cigarette, "Oh, that's the daughter." They both came to me at the same time. Oh, I thought that was cute. I was so glad that they did that. And I, like I said, they visit, but they don't show themselves to me. They don't want to freak me out. Anyway, that's the story of how my sister passed away, but keeps coming back and letting me know that she's visiting.